Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. Hip Hop Mike for Hip Hop Mike Convos out here in Los Angeles. And I'm at the best place ever. I mean, this couch is so comfortable. I wish they would let me sleep in here. $4,000, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is the most expensive couch anybody's ever been interviewed on. We're doing it bigger than Between Two Ferns in this bit. And I am at Savon Limited in downtown Los Angeles. You can check them out on Instagram. But Savon Limited has a majestic array of couches and furniture and art and just everything. It's an amazing place, and I had an amazing time. I'm doing a bunch of interviews today. I have some great guests from the film background to the music background, fashion. I mean, the list goes on and on. We're gonna talk to a bunch of people on this luxurious furniture. I'm gonna try not to damage anything because I personally can't afford anything. But you know I got style and I eat really good quality food. Like, I have the best cookies in the game, and I also enjoy truffles. And I will say that this couch is as luxurious as the best truffle I've ever had. I definitely want to come back and buy some furniture once these interviews go viral and we make some money. So if you got money, come on down to Savon Unlimited in downtown Los Angeles, buy one of these couches, buy two of these couches. Matter of fact, furnish your whole home here, all right? And that being said, I got some people to talk to. Let's get to the interview. Shout out to Savon Unlimited. Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? Hip Hop Mike here in Los Angeles, and I hit this guy up last week when I knew I was gonna come out here because he has one of my favorite songs out right now. I mean, he's made great music for a long time, but I feel like this is the one, bro. This joint is just hit my soul. Bryce Oliver is in the building, y'all.
Shit,
what up?
Man.
My man.
That's love, bro. That's love, for sure. Shit, man. It's crazy because this shit is so unexpected. You know, I've been following this dude for a long time, like looking at all of his stuff, everything he's been doing. I went down to New York, tried to link up with him one time, probably didn't even know. And it's like dope as hell, bro. Like, that shit's hella inspiring for real for me as an artist. Like, I do this shit because I love it and it's therapeutic, but I get days where I'm like, fuck, where is this really going? And like a simple like you mentioning, when you mention my song, that shit hit me, bro. I went back and wrote 3 more.
No.
And I'm telling you, I got some unreleased shit I got to play for my guys. So, you know, that shit is love for artists, bro. That shit mean a lot for real.
Nah, I appreciate it, bro. I had a great talk one time with this guy, Oz Cohen, who's a legend in the music industry, comes from a family that's legendary in his music industry. And the topic was the discovery process for artists. Because there's so many artists, especially coming from a radio background, that hit me up like, yo, I'm up next, or I have this record, or whatever it might be. There's always a pitch, I feel like. And people talk about networking, and I've never been somebody who's been a fan of networking. I'm just big on, like, if we gravitate, we gravitate. I'm the same with regular relationships. I'm not on Tinder like, this looks good. Like, I'm on some like, yo, if you're in a situation where the energies attract, you know, is magnetic. And, you know, I've been familiar with you for a minute, but I came across this Change Your Heart song, bro, and I was like, it was just on a playlist. Clearly, you've been doing what you need to do.
Appreciate it.
You've never been someone who's hit me like, yo, you need to be tapped in. Like, you've always been on, you know, the genuine time. And, you know, I think this record just spoke to me, and we reconnected, and I was like, I need to tap in because I believe in what you're doing, bro. It's special, for real.
That's love, bro.
Wild. I mean, we didn't even plan to do an interview. I was like, we just gonna link up, but we was filming. We got the videographer here. We got this awesome space. This is a $4,000 couch we're sitting on.
This motherfucker
just
feel real good.
This is Savon. But I guess, I mean, I got questions for you because we haven't really had a proper interview or conversation. Where exactly are you from? How do you start with music, and what got you traveling all over the place doing this?
So I'm from Cali, but I'm from a little city in Cali called San Bernardino.
Okay.
So, you know, it's a small little town, but you're going to start hearing more about it, like a lot of athletes, a lot of artists, and just, it get overlooked a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here to, you know, shed light on it. As far as, like, music and, like, being started, I never wanted to do music. My first love was basketball.
Really?
I had the hoop dreams.
All right.
I played the AAU. I was the traveling game, going to the Vegas tournaments. My little bro ended up taking that over, but... You know, me, it was like mental health type of stuff. Like, I was going through like a lot of shit. Like, I know a lot of people sound cliche saying they went through like depression and shit. Like, I say, because I really woke up in days where I was like, I woke up just to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And
been there.
My older bro, he used to just tell me like, man, like, why you so worrisome? Like, what's going on and stuff? Like, you need to put that energy towards something. And I wasn't really trying to hear that type of shit, you know? Because it's like, I'm going through real life shit. And then one day, I just started taking down my ideas. I started making the voice memos. We didn't have enough money for the studio, so I just went into the little voice memos and started making them. Then we connected with this producer, then oh gosh, and then he brought one of those voice memos to life, and he made the beat around it.
Oh wow!
And that was my first song that I put out called Situations, and it was for fun. It ended up getting like a couple 100,000 views, and I said, man, this shit could probably be something.
Do you remember like what triggers you even doing voice memos? Like, were you listening to an artist at the time? Like I just was going through some ish with some girl in New York, and I came across your record, and I'm like, you know what I mean? Was it the same thing for you? Like you going through this, like, because I feel like music is mental healing, and to project that back into creating music, was there a song or something you were listening to at the time that was like, you know what, I'm going to try and express myself this way through the voice memo too?
It was just the real life situations, like the shit I was going through, like the little heartbreaks, and then kind of being played with certain shit. And I didn't really know how like to express what I was feeling about the shit. Because I believe every situation don't deserve a reaction, but every situation could get a fucking song.
Well said. It's true.
So
very true.
I ended up, just making that song and just talking about that shit. And then people start hitting me up like, bro, I went through the same shit. Like, fuck her, whatever, fuck it. Or some girls hit me up saying they dudes did something. Dudes hit me up saying, man, I feel you on that. And then when I came across that Change Your Heart record, that was like the ultimate one. I was just like, fuck this shit. Like I had a relationship I thought was just super solid to the point where it's like that type of shit you bring back to your family and your boys because you know this shit gonna be solid, like no matter what. It's like, nah, it's fucked up, but
well, it's a lesson, like, because I think it's the same with music. There's so much heartbreak and so many different things, and really we don't know. Like at the end of the day, if there's one thing we know is that we don't know shit that goes on out here. So to be able to at least express yourself and put out things, especially music-wise, because it's tricky with music, but to put out something even through a voice note or through a producer or record that resonates so real with somebody, because it's not even just the lyrics, it's the feeling, bro. Like there's something about that record that it got catchy in my head, and it wasn't just what you were saying, but it's how you were saying it, if that makes sense.
Nah, that's the shit I want to hear. That makes sense, bro. That definitely makes sense. Yeah, so, and like, I'm going like a little deep off top of it, as I like dig deeper into it. Like I had some shit happen in my life that brought me a little closer to music. Like I had a friend who I was close with, went to high school with. We kind of drifted apart. He ended up committing suicide.
Really?
So when he committed suicide, I was just wondering like, what was he feeling? And I started thinking like, I'm not gonna name drop it, but as he did it, did he regret it, like in a split second, right before he took his life? Does he wish he could have took it back? And I will never know. So that kind of like hit me to the point where I don't want his name to like go to like waste or his life. So I'm really an advocate on stuff like that as far as like suicide prevention. I talk about suicide or depression stuff in my songs, not to glorify the shit. I'm telling you like this shit is real, but I talk about it to get through it. Because we can't just say everything's gonna be okay, because it don't. Shit get fucked up before it even get better. So I want to let them know that shit. Like, you gonna go through some shit, but we gonna go through this shit together.
Yeah, bro, that's so well said. Like, it's so tricky because we live in a world right now where it's like so gauged on like the attention. Like Instagram wants your attention, YouTube, all these big companies that have limitless funds to do whatever they want are spending their funds not to give back the way that you talk about giving back through music or through art, but just to kind of take and take and take. And, we kids that see everybody out here that might have more than us or might have certain things that we wish we would have had. And to know that, maybe we can't find the process to obtain it while people are trying to take what we do have. Man, it's a lot. It is certainly a lot. Music wise, like what made you take it super serious? Was it that you just kind of felt the records were doing that for people, or was it something else? I mean, you said it was kind of like therapy, but
it was therapy to the point where like I feel like it started becoming my calling, because the shit was helping me like mentally, like my health. It started helping me look at things different. And then when I start having like followers and my fans like in my DMs like hitting me like, hey bro, I listened to this song, I was finna do some shit. And like they don't even tell me what they was finna do, but I could see the magnitude of how serious what they was saying. I'm like, I'm really touching people. I'm helping myself and I'm helping people through my music. Like, I'm like the kid in the classroom where it's like the teacher not explaining this shit right. Every kid got a fucking question, but no one wants to raise their hand. I'm raising my fucking hand, answering questions for the silent people, the misfits, the people who don't fit in. And that shit made me feel so good, bro. Like, I love it.
I mean, to do therapy in a sense for a living, though, like to make this a career, what was the tipping point for that? Like, because I think I would have been a little intimidated knowing that the industry is so, like, it's not conducive to that a lot of the time. And a lot of artists that we get to see come up, I wouldn't say that they're disingenuous, but their intentions aren't as pure. Was there something that made you kind of take this serious as a career and not just be like a hobby and then you keep focused on basketball? Like,
I mean, I don't take nothing as a hobby. Like, I don't consider anything work. If I love what I'm doing, like, I know your job, to me, what you're doing is not a job, because someone wants to do what you're doing. There's hella people wants to do. Everybody that's in your field, they're trying to get to where you're at. And when you're really doing something that you love and you're working on perfecting your craft and you get to a higher level, it's not a job, it's fun. So basketball, that shit was great. And then it had its run, and then I just made a song one day and I was like, the music shit just felt better to me. Like, sometimes good shit will fall apart, so better shit could come.
Well said.
And ever since I started doing the music, like, it's just been, I ain't look back, bro. I don't even remember the exact moment, bro. I just remember this shit just happened. I just woke up like, this is what I want to do.
It's so interesting you say that too, because that's my whole thing is like, I've been on the biggest radio station in the world. I had a great slot. I've sat with big artists, and it never felt as good as like making cookies and sitting with friends. Yeah, that's to be honest, like, I got this cookie company now, and that's kind of like my therapy. And I've always
seen that shit. That shit look fire, bro.
I'm about this cookie life. Y'all ain't fucking with my cookie.
Did you have? Is it like, I thought it was like weed or something in the cookies?
Nah, they regular. I mean, they're not regular, but they regular. Like, they're not infused. They just. It was honestly, it's just genuine shit, man. Like, I was working with a good friend of mine that's into like bread making, and like he's a real chef. And he put me on to this game with this flour, and I just started fucking around with it. Another friend was like, yo, you should make cookies with that flour. And next thing you know, I'm just like trying.
That's some real shit. I ain't never heard nobody just really like, hey, we finna make some fucking cookies. Like, you was fine on that shit, bro.
I mean, I'll definitely.
That's a real shit, bro.
I just want to make the best shit I can, like, all around. Like, I just want to be able to put out, like, if I'm eating some shit, I want it to be like truffles, and like I strive to eat delicious shit. So like, I'm not gonna put out some cookies that's mediocre. Like,
nah, in New York too, they be on your ass, especially with the pizzas. They gonna let you fucking know.
These cookies are garbage.
Yeah, they gonna let you know.
But yeah, man, like, and I think doing that, it facilitated, because I love having conversations. Like, we was just having a conversation outside about, like, I could talk to anybody about anything, because I don't really have an agenda. It's not for clickbait. It's not for industry looks.
That's not to cut you off, bro. That's the realest shit, and that's why this shit is flowing right now, because a lot of people in life, we talk because we want to get something, and sometimes we want to get, it's good, like friendships or anything, but I could just tell you're just doing this shit because the energy is aligning. When the shit aligns like how it is, that's the shit, bro. That's what we want.
Well, I think intention is everything. Like, I've had some good conversations with people that have done amazing things, and like, it always really comes down to intention that has the people at the top of the food chain. Like, if the intention is to be a famous actor, there's a chance you're not going to be a famous actor. But if the intention is to like
make great movies,
great movies, and it's. Every interview I've done today, honestly, bro, today I sat with a guy that's into fashion. Fire. Intention was never to have a big line, but was more to make cool-ish that like was cooler than the next at a price point that was fair. I sat with my guy Gio, who has a movie out right now that's like,
okay, dope.
It's, they just love making movies, like, love making music. Just everybody, man, and that energy I feel like is really essential. We had Jamar Neighbors came through. He's like, he was on Rogan last week. I was like talking to him about Rogan. He's like, it was just regular shit. Like, he just loves comedy. Same for Rob Hayes. And then, again, you just pulled up. We didn't even plan, like.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I was a motherfucking Chick-fil-A. I was like, actually, did you want something? That was for real. We pulled up, and then your assistant outside, they said, oh, come back. Mike is going to be ready at like 6:45. I said, shit, say less.
Yeah.
You feel me? Say less. It's opportunity. It's all love, for sure.
Well, like I said, I mean, you got my favorite record out right now, bro, period. Like, I got it on my playlist. It's on rotation. And most of all, like, when I wake up with some lines in my head, it's like, I know it's a smash. What's your plans now? Like, is there like some intention that's more on the business driven, or is it just keep creating?
Oh, nah. It's starting to move and get solidified. Like, my brother and my manager, we've been like connecting with like distribution companies and like even shit like this, like connecting with you. And I got an EP coming out of Satellite Bryce 2. I already dropped the Satellite Bryce 1. The fans was fucking with it, so I might hit him with a trilogy.
All right.
So we got that coming out. We got some visuals, and people say safe, but when the COVID stuff just, start settling down, I'm ready to get back out there and run some shows. But it's definitely in a way more like serious than what it was right now.
Well, you know, I'll fuck with you heavy, bro. So anybody I can link you with here in New York,
Word.
in London, wherever, like.
Shit, it's at London. What the
For
fuck?
real. Oh, you know, I know people
London,
everywhere.
What the fuck? You went overseas
Paris.
on that ass.
Nah, bro, that's the thing. Like, bro, I mean, like I said, over the years, I've just been fortunate to connect with people. Like, I don't believe in networking at all. Like, people always talk about how important it is to network in this industry, whatever. Like, I don't believe in networking. I believe that, like, we just on a big magnet, and you got to kind of just let things be genuine, and you're going to attract the shit that you're supposed to attract. So, you know, I've been fortunate to attract people all over the place, and I know my worth also. You know, I'll send some people cookies, but just because, like, I know the weekend I ain't asking them for a verse.
Every time you say that shit
like,
so hard.
No cat.
Send someone cookies. That's a
it's real stuff. Like I said, bro, I could get in touch with a lot of big celebrities, and it's off of relationships. Like, bro, I've been fortunate. Last time I was out here at Rosenberg, we went to Stone Cold's house. But, like, I'm not going and knocking on his door this week. Like, I'm not at that level yet. And I think I love building with my peers, with people that I believe in, with people like yourself, that if I could help connect some dots, bro, and you go flourish. Like, I mean, a lot of that is when I met, like, the Juice WRLDs and the Babies.
Rest in peace, Juice WRLD, man. He was very influential to me as a X and all those dudes. Like, they got me through some real fucking times. That shit just hit me when you said his name. It's
real. Bro, I found him. He had 14,000 followers, and I was cutting Made in Tokyo's hair. They was just playing him on SoundCloud, and I was like, nah, this kid's special. DM'd him. And got to connect, and I learned a lot from him as well as a lot of other people. And I think that genuine nature is gonna do wonders for you, bro. So
I appreciate that, man.
I'm glad we got this early interview in. Have you done a lot of interviews?
Bro, not really.
Oh, we out here.
I don't like doing interviews. Not because, like, I don't really like expressing.
Tell me who inspired you.
Nah, not even just that. I grew up like real secluded, like more like the loner type. So I don't really like speaking and shit too much. But like, we literally weren't supposed to do the interview. I didn't know about it. We came outside, bro. First time me and you, energy was so cool.
I didn't know about it either.
I was like, bro, I said, bro, because to me, this not an interview. This like we was posting like playing 2K or some shit, and then we talking. That's how I feel right now, bro.
I always say I treat it like barbershop shit talk, bro. I was just a barber. I'm out here finessing his radio game.
Real shit, bro.
Well, Bryce Oliver, ladies and gentlemen.
Bryce Oliver.
Let them know where to find you at.
Oh, Bryce
That's
Oliver.
the generic part.
Oh, yeah. Instagram, drop the app, Bryce Oliver. Shit. Cash App, the ways forever. Bryce
Send
Oliver,
it.
yeah, everything.
Support.
Bryce Oliver, YouTube. It's all love though.
And Change Your Heart going crazy right now. Make sure y'all stream that and stay tuned for the project on the way.
Yes, sir.